mama is so ugly, when she look out of the window, she got arrested for mourning. Your mama.
Okay. All right, don't talk about my mom again, okay?
Let me tell you something. Your mama, she's so stupid, she thinks that Manuel Labor is the name of the president of Mexico. Your mama is so dumb, she thinks that Kidney Stones is a Rolling Stone tribute band.
Goots, I'm serious. You're starting to cross the line. Don't talk about my mother again, all right?
Your mama is so fat that when she holds ass, she got to take 3 trips.
Goots, are you serious? Okay, Gagoots. You win. You can talk about my mom anytime you want, man.
That's right, I win. That's right. That's so nice.
How?
That's so nice. Your mama.
And you are watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for right now.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Live from Governor's Green Room. I'm Don Sill here with you. We got Tony Walker Fresh and Sallie from the Valley, everybody, and we're here live. Great show tonight. Come on out and catch it if you're around. Judy Gold, the hilarious Judy Gold, is here performing tonight, along with Olga Namer and the MC
Amanda.
So it's going to be a cool night. We got Judy Gold's going to be coming in. We're going to talk a little bit with her shortly. But a lot's going on, man. I've missed a couple of weeks. I haven't been here.
We've missed you.
Yeah, I'm doing my whole thing over there at I don't hear anything in his headphones. But I've been doing this whole thing over there at the Riptide, with the New York Riptide.
Yep.
And that's been fun. So we got 2 more games left on that. So next week and the week after I won't be around either, because both of those are also, I'll be at Nassau Coliseum. So come on out to Nassau Coliseum and check us out and see what all that good stuff.
What's their record?
I don't even know. I know that we won 2 games at home since that I've been there. And then
you're the good luck
That's
charm.
good, because the last time that we were there, they lost, but oh my goodness, they were so good, and it went into like overtime,
Right,
and
yeah.
I was so proud of them.
It's a good team, a good game. It's fun. Lacrosse is fun. I urge everybody to watch to check it out. It's one of those kind of fringe sports that's really exciting though, and it's all on feet. It's like hockey on feet. These guys are running around. They're bumping and scoring
Bumping and
goals,
grinding.
High
No.
goal score for sure. So yeah.
So I'm going to switch gears on you for a second. Jeff Bosey's watching.
All right, Bosey, how you doing, pal?
So yeah, well, that's the question. How is Jeff Bosey?
What happened to him?
Bosey, he's been commenting on our show during the week, and so I've been interacting with him.
Okay.
But I apparently missed the ball here. Supposedly Jeff was in the hospital during the week.
Yeah,
And I didn't hear anything about it until...
You don't know why?
No.
Bose, what happened?
Yeah,
I think he finally got the
sex
surgery.
change?
Yeah.
Bose, you want to call in and tell us?
So now he could be part of the wedding for real, and be the daughter.
What
That's
what is
he
it?
wants to do.
Here, let me put up. Is it
He knows the number.
516?
He knows
Okay.
the number. You don't have to... Yeah, you don't have to tell everybody, because... Or are we taking calls tonight? Yeah, you want to put the number up?
Yeah, up to you.
Well, we
Sure.
can, but you know what's going to happen right in the middle of the call. Judy's going to walk in.
Yeah. Well, then we'll hang up on you.
Yeah, Jeff, if Judy walks in while we're talking to you, unless you want to wait till after Judy
No,
comes
call
in.
now, because we'll just hang up.
No, well, my guess is she's coming in sooner rather than later, because she's got to go on probably in about 20 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
Give or take.
Is my mic on, by the way? I hear you guys. I just don't hear myself.
How about,
I hear you.
How about that?
Oh, here's
Yeah, there
here's
you go.
All
Thank
right,
you.
cool.
Thank
You got.
I'm good now, Sally. Thank you.
yeah, it was just the volume over there.
Awesome.
Is that you, Jeff?
Hey, Bose.
It is me. It's so me. Daddy, 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 it is me, baby. I love you.
First off, I want to say that a couple weeks ago, I went to Knock 'em Dead show, saw all you guys in action. Sally behind the boards, you out there doing your thing, and then Bosey out there as the bride, the beautiful, I use that word.
Voluptuous.
Yeah. Hey, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? So he had the unibrow and very big breasts, I must admit. But
Those
anyway,
were just his. They were.
Yeah, they were.
those were his actual.
Those were
yeah.
just his
He
boobies.
does have like really good ones, and I think.
Yeah.
You should really see the size of my areolas, too.
So Bosey kind of stole the show in a way.
Absolutely, he did.
He was pretty awesome. But then he goes and gets sick. So I'm wondering, is there a connection there? What went wrong, Bosey?
Hey, Liz.
Well, don't forget that we were here the next day. We were in this room, me, Andy, and Jeff, and he was fine. At least as far as he seemed like he was fine. I almost said looked fine, but that's never the case. But he seemed like he was healthy that night.
Is this a COVID type of thing, or what's going on?
No, I can't. Like I always say, I can't even do that right. I can't even catch COVID. I think what it was is that it wasn't. I was first off, I wasn't in the ER. It's one of those stupid things where, like, fresh out of the ER, like just fresh out of bed, fresh out of sick, fresh whatever it was. I did have a fever, and I caught something. Whatever it was, I don't know. But I'm maybe adding it all together that it was just. I was doing so much, and it was so much that just rained out of me between all the energy I put into the show, and then running around. And
when it's a new show, you're a little nervous, so it takes a lot of energy.
so it pulled a lot out of me, and then I also pulled myself later thinking about the pictures I had of myself.
Was there any shame?
That takes some energy too.
Yeah.
Was there any shame?
Because listen, I'll tell you why I asked that, Bosey. Because I do this thing at the Riptide called Beat the Sleaze, where they call me the Sleaze, and I got to run around with no shirt on and my belly hanging out.
I think it's mean-spirited.
And
They should be nicer to you.
I know. And afterwards, I feel a little bit of shame that I did this, and then I go out and do it again. But I'm just curious if you had those similar feelings after all these pictures started.
Don, I did several Professor Fedora videos for you. You really think that was the mark?
I loved his professor
I
role.
love the Professor Fedora stuff as well. I'm a big Bosey fan. But no, I think you were great. And then, like you said, you were just doing a lot of shows, a lot of performances. You were going all over the place. So, but
I was actually supposed to perform that Monday, and I had to tell the person who was holding the show that, unfortunately, I couldn't make it because, number one, I was sick. I didn't want to get anybody else sick. And then secondly, I did not have any more go-go juice to do anything else. That was about it.
So you just had a slight fever, but you didn't have COVID? You were just...
No COVID. Everyone sits there like, you had a fever? It had to be COVID. Hold on. And then my wife goes ahead and runs and, grabs one of those, Dr. Wittgenstein sticks and stick it up my nose and goes, let's see if you've got the COVID. And then she goes, oh, you don't have COVID. I said, I know. You didn't have to, rape my nose with that thing.
She had to figure out a different way to kill you.
And then when you went to the hospital, they tested you again there. So you definitely don't have COVID, right? Or did not?
No, I have zero, zilch, nothing, nada. I can't do that correctly either.
So what did they tell you it was? Just exhaustion or something?
You hanging out with Nancy Pelosi? She got COVID.
Listen, I cannot confirm or deny any of those allegations. No, I did not. I gotta stress, I did not visit the ER. I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't do anything. It was just a post I put. It was right next to the whole. I get a kick out of it. It's like. I think I think it's leprosy. And then immediately, that one time, 1,000 people are you okay? Are you going to die? And I was like, I'm good.
Well, it's nice to be loved, both.
So,
I know.
The thing is, though, you weren't the only one. Andy ended up sick on Sunday as well. So were you guys making out in the parking lot?
Listen, do you have any photographic evidence? Then no.
Did you exchange notes with Andy? Did he have the similar, did he also
I have no idea, but one of my coworkers, he actually, 3 days later, he had the same thing, the fever, the chills, the body aches.
So when you say coworker, you're talking about Steve Rocco Perillo, who was also with you Saturday night. So there was a threesome going on.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, not that coworker.
Really
not that coworker. The other coworker, because Steve can't. Steve's already dead, so he can't catch anything.
Steve, what? He can't catch anything?
Steve is already dead. He can't catch anything.
But what's the odds nowadays to just get a normal everyday cold?
Listen.
Jeff. We're gonna take off Jeff.
Jeff, we're hanging up on you, Jeff. We're gonna get back to you.
What's up,
Hello.
bitches? Are we allowed to curse on this?
Yes, of course. You can talk as freely as you like. We don't. Just like your book, we can say what we want.
That's right.
That's right.
So how you been?
I'm good. Wait, let me put on my headphones.
You don't have to put them on. We're just trying to look professional.
If you want
No, I want to look professional.
Oh, okay, all right.
There you go.
Wait, I love how you can see.
It's a little delay.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's about a 30-second delay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that's not annoying at all. What's up?
Yes. What's up?
The GoPro's not on me.
It is.
Yeah, well, is it?
No, not really. I mean, if I go like this.
No, don't move. Actually, come closer to Don.
Yeah, so we might.
It's delayed.
There you go.
All right.
So we're
Nice.
gonna see each other. We're gonna be together.
Oh God, I hate looking at myself because I look like my entire family. Like my dead parents and my siblings.
You want me to put a cartoon on there or something?
Yeah, please.
All right, I can do it.
Okay.
I'll put on.
I can't. How do you watch this shit? It's so off-putting.
Sometimes I just.
All right, there we go.
What I did 5 seconds ago. I could always just go look up there.
Wait, here's my book.
Yes, the book. Tell everybody about the book here.
Yeah, hand it to Don so he could put it in view
All right,
of
I have
the
my notes in
GoPro.
Here. Here you go.
Yeah, Tony.
And this is
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I can say it.
No, yes, I can say that.
Yes, I can say that.
When they come for the comedians, we're all in trouble.
That's true. Now, here we are in this time period where comedians get in trouble left and right. Some are getting smacked. And what do you? I think that, to your point, when they start coming for the comedians, we are in trouble because you're the truth tellers.
Well, we're the truth tellers who just want to make you laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
We're telling the truth and you're laughing at it because it's true. So when you want to shut up, and okay. So, I mean, there's so much history with comedy. I'm sorry I have a Halls thing in my mouth because I have a really bad cold. COVID. No, I don't have it. I got my test result today. But
That's okay. If I'm gonna get it, I wouldn't mind getting it from you.
Oh,
That would be
that's
cool.
so
You say, "I got
nice.
sick
That
from
is
Judy
like the
Gold."
nicest thing anyone said to
He's
me.
so
That was
nice.
cool. Yeah.
Oh,
He is the
thank
nicest
you.
guy.
Okay. Anyway,
Look, he just blushed.
I think you have a fever. All right.
It's happening already.
Wow.
She works fast.
So, you go back in history. In the early 30s, 1930s, that is, it was, everyone knows the movie Cabaret or the play Cabaret. It was the cabaret acts and the comedians who were talking about what was going on in Germany. And then in 1934, Hitler passed the Treachery Act, which meant you could not make fun of him, the Third Reich, the uniform, anything. That's how powerful comedy is.
Right.
He was like Netflix. I mean, not Netflix. He was like Twitter.
Okay, I'm going to do the jokes, and you're going to get sick. Okay? Okay, and then... and you realize that we're the only country. I always think about how we're the only country. What other country, when their military is embedded overseas, sends comedians over there to make them feel better?
Right. Yeah.
It's
interesting
so
point.
uniquely American because of our First Amendment. People, it's a release, it's a buildup of tension. But what's happening now is that we're taking intent and context and nuance, especially on Twitter. There's no nuance.
Right. Yeah.
It's like having a tweet fight with your partner or something.
Right.
It's a text fight. It's like, I can't fucking believe you said that. It's like, no, I was actually being serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the pile-on.
Yeah. So I was just talking about it with one of the comics that I say this at every interview. Like, if you murder someone, if you murder someone and you go on trial for homicide,
Right.
your sentence is determined by your intent, what you were thinking. There's different degrees. Was it premeditated? Whatever. And yet a comedian doesn't get the same respect or consideration. It's like, however you took it is the only way. No, that's not how I meant it. This is what I was intending to say. Yeah, but I heard this. That's on you.
Right.
Move on with your fucking life. You don't like a joke, don't laugh.
It was never news back in the day. It was just like it never made the news. Judy Gold said this night. Because nobody cared. Nobody got offended. If they didn't like it, they just didn't laugh, and they laughed at the next one. And that was it.
Right.
And
Right,
like
it's
said,
supposed
the
to be like-
intention is to make people laugh. There was
Right.
no bad intention.
That's always the intention.
Right.
The intention is always make the audience
And like,
laugh.
look, I'm in clubs all my life. For the past 40 years, I've been in comedy clubs. There are comics who I hate what they're talking about, or, I think it's an easy fucking laugh, or they're lazy, or whatever. But I don't ever say you should never be able to get on stage again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, okay, that's who you are. That's what you want to do.
The bottom line is they got the laugh.
And like,
Right.
Right?
And sometimes I don't know, you probably are the same way, but you will hear an audience laugh at a joke that you don't think is funny, but you know where the joke is.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
Right? If you don't know where the joke is, that's an issue for me. Like, and your point is, you know what I mean?
And that was the whole thing, like even back with Larry Flint and that whole case was you have the right to have bad taste. So you have the right to tell off-color jokes or bad jokes.
Right.
Just, if people, it's up to the audience at that point whether they want to go to your shows
Right.
or be your fan.
It's called a sense of humor,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
sense.
Right, exactly.
Like you like salty food or you don't like salty food. You like sarcasm, you don't like sarcasm. You like physical comedy where people are, tripping on banana peels or you don't,
Right.
And it's like, I use an example in my book. Yes, I can say that. Like, I had a friend who went to I forgot what concert. It was one of her favorite bands.
The Monkees.
Oh, I love the Monkees.
So
And
do
he
I.
just
saw
died.
them. Yeah,
he just died.
We saw them like a couple of
There's
months
one
before
left.
he died.
No.
No, it was just 6 weeks before he died. We saw them. Yeah.
And he
I don't
looked
know what-
okay?
No.
Oh.
No, you knew something was going
Right.
on. Yeah.
Well, at least he was
He
performing
was
up
sitting
until
down
the
a
end.
lot.
All right, well.
Sorry, I didn't. I was just being stupid.
I do love the Monkees.
But speaking of music, like people can write this song, and you can sit in the audience and you could hear the song, and you could think it's like written for you, or you don't know anything about it, or like it touches you in a certain way that it doesn't touch someone else. And comedy should be the same thing. You shouldn't. No one.
Right.
No one goes after the songwriter.
Right. No
all
one goes.
Like after
I mean,
Ice
but
Cube or something.
I think about it like my friend went to a concert to see one of her favorite, I think it was Jackson. I don't even know who the hell it was, but she gets there and it's all new. It's a new album, songs she had not heard. And she was like, ugh, I wanted to hear all my favorites.
Right.
But she didn't say he should never be able to perform again because he wrote new songs that I didn't want to hear. You know what I mean? Or I don't like, whatever. And what happens when you're in the car, the radio, you're like, oh, I don't like this song, you switch it.
Just change the station. It's that simple.
But do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's so easy nowadays to just write people off, cancel them, throw them under the fire, and silence them.
Well, it's because of social media.
Yeah. But do you think it's since COVID, since the pandemic? Do you think it's just as bad, or has it gotten any better or worse since? Because it seems to me like it seems to me like it's gotten a little better. Like people aren't. I think some people may have just decided that I'm not worrying about stupid shit like that anymore. I don't care what they say.
Yeah,
look at the Dave Chappelle thing happened during the.
Well, true.
Yes,
true.
and some people are exhausted with it all. But it started before COVID.
Well,
I
that's
think
what I'm saying.
I think people are like. Some people are realizing the value of laughter and not taking yourself so fucking seriously.
Yes.
And that it's not about them. I mean, COVID, in a way, was like the perfect storm because it was like everyone was thinking the same thing. So you're a comic and you're like, it's your take on the, I had so many COVID jokes. And it was great because everyone's like in the same boat.
We all went through it together.
Right. And I remember during that period of time, people were like, "Can you do COVID jokes?" Yeah. What else? I'm going to ignore it like it doesn't fucking happen. I'm on a
What else are we talking about?
I'm doing a fucking Zoom show. You fucking idiots.
It's all we're thinking about.
Right. Yeah. So
like we're not going to forget.
Right.
But I've heard that advice. I've heard people saying, "Well, don't do that because we're already living through it." I'm like, but it's all we're thinking.
Right.
About.
But then
that's the whole idea of the comic is your job is to make really crappy things better for everyone else. Like,
right.
Sorry,
and acknowledge that it is, you have to acknowledge. So let's say in 20 years, some 20-year-old is going to be like, you can't talk about COVID. It was a terrible time. It's like, you weren't there, asshole.
That's what he would sound like, too, by the way.
You were born because your parents had nothing to do but get knocked up during
COVID. No, I really don't want you to talk about COVID.
I'm waiting for the sequel now to come out.
Oh God, I need to write. I need to sell more, and then I have to write it. It's just like the fucking slap. It's like.
Was it fun writing? Like how
it was really hard.
Is it just because you're in COVID and you're like, you know what, I got to write this stuff down?
No, it didn't. It came out in COVID, so it was the year before COVID that I wrote it. Okay. It came out in July, so I didn't have a book tour. But no, here was the thing about it. It was that it's an argument. It's a polemic. It's really an argument. So I wanted to make sure each point I was making, I was seeing all sides of the point. So there's all different chapters about, there's a there's lipstick on this. There's a chapter about, stereotypes. There's, and you can't, there's a chapter, there's a reason it's called an act. Perfect example of that.
Right.
Bill Cosby. It's an act.
Right.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah, right.
What else? Let's see. Sometimes the truth hurts, lighten the fuck up.
And you're a great writer. I read some of your stuff on CNN.
I write for CNN.com.
Right, like the Big Bird article always sticks out in my head. I thought that was wonderful. And so you're a great writer. So is it? So I can't wait to read it. I think it's going to be great.
And the audiobook is people love it. That was in the New York Times.
Did you do the voice?
Yes, of course.
Well, a lot of people don't because So what was that like? Was it crazy to just sit there and read your own book?
It's so interesting that you write it and then you say it aloud. But the thing that was weird is because each argument I have, the things that prove my argument is great stand up. you know,
Right,
is,
right.
and so is material. And I use that to make my point. So I am saying other people's jokes. So I try to kind of get their cadence and character but you know, it's great comedy. You know, you
Right.
talk about the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which now is going to be canceled because of COVID. Did you hear that?
Oh,
Probably.
really?
Yeah,
Well, they all got it.
because they
right?
all got it at the
Yeah,
Gridiron.
yeah.
But that the fact that Donald Fuckface, I hate his fucking guts, orange fuck, like here's a person with no sense of humor, has no self-awareness. The fact that he wanted SNL investigated, you know, that's the power.
What
You
he
know,
tweeted about Meryl Streep. All that.
oh
kind
yeah,
of, he's
it's just like,
he's just-
and there's so many, you know, right wing comics who are like, come on, he's funny. He's not funny. He's like evil. Like when it's evil, it's not funny.
Right.
Like I always think about like whenever you see a video of like two assholes, like Putin and Trump, say sitting at a dinner table or like an event, and the one whispers in the other's ear, and then they're like, you know, it's some horrible.
They're hatching
like,
an evil plan.
I can't wait to rape that fucking person and then hang them on a, you know.
What do you think
Yeah.
about like right wing comics when it comes to their freedom of speech?
I think everyone should be able to say we have a First Amendment,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
and I
Yep.
think if you shut the other side down, then you're giving the power. I learned this from the old head of the ACLU. If you shut the other side down, then who decides?
Then
The
it's
dean of a
disposable.
college.
Yeah, right.
Then
Yeah,
that person
right.
is like, you know, like if you have a right wing fucking, I mean, unless they're harmful and they're like
Right, if
here's
it's-
where
if
I
it's hate-
can't.
If it's hate, then
if it's lie, like that's the thing, lies are protected, like conspiracy theories, and that's
like lizard people,
right, like these
stuff.
pedophiles in the basement of a pizza place,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
QAnon.
I mean, all that stuff. You know, there's no so I think that's where it but they have every right to say it, like
Like the Joe Rogan thing.
right, exactly.
but remember to keep my wife's name out.
Yeah. You can have her pussy in your mouth, but you can't have
You can't have her name.
her name in your mouth. Oh. I really, yeah. So I feel like it has to be everyone. But then when it comes to comedy, again, you can joke about anything as long as it's a good joke. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You have
Right.
to craft a joke. You could talk about anything.
And now-
Look at Gilbert.
Yeah, exactly. Gilbert's
He's
one
the
of
fucking
greatest, One of
funniest.
the greatest of doing that kind of stuff, you know. And
Yeah, I interviewed him for but like, this is what we see now. Like, because you know, laughter is involuntary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right, you
Of
can't-
course.
And now
Yes.
audiences are like, oh, right, not supposed to laugh. Like,
exactly.
when people are offended by proxy, I want to fucking, oh, you're offended? Like,
Yeah, I should
that
be
has
offended.
nothing,
Right,
right.
right.
Oh, right, because that's mean to blah, blah. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Do you
funny is funny, right? You said it's involuntary. You should
Right.
be able to.
agreed 100%? But do you personally have a line? Are there topics you won't touch?
No, my
Nothing.
line is the only line I have, and we really don't know where the line is until,
You cross it.
Well,
Right.
true. Yeah.
is if they're laughing for the wrong reason.
Right, right.
And if I can tell they're not laughing for the right reason. Like,
Right,
you know,
right,
because I'm a woman, I'm a Jew, I'm a lesbian. Like, there's times where I'm like, no, you're not getting the point. And then I'm like, I'll move on to
Right,
something
like,
else.
You
Because
people are
you're
stupid.
fucking stupid. But I'll tell them that, too.
like those are people that think Archie
That's the
Bunker
thing.
is.
Yeah.
they
But
don't
Archie
under-
Bunker would never get on network television
Oh,
now.
no
now,
way.
but the idea, you know, was that Archie was a parody.
Right,
a
but
mirror
they
of
don't
society.
understand parody
Right, they
That's
or
right.
satire. These
Right.
people don't get it.
Yep. Don
And-
Rickles would never make
Oh
it today.
my God.
Oh,
And you know, if you left a Don Rickles show without being, you know, singled out, it was like you got cheated.
Yeah, right.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I was like, oh, fuck, can you say something nasty about me? You
Right,
know?
right.
Never.
Now, in the polarizing times we're in now, the left and right and all this stuff going on, and free speech and all, does it affect your relationship with comics like Nick DiPaolo's or somebody like that?
Oh, I love Nick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's the polar opposite of...
I know, but he's gone to another level. But I always loved Nick, and I think he's funny. But now he's like, I'm like, what, really? You know,
But you can have
he's
a good
so
conversation
angry.
with him.
Yes, I'll talk to him. Yeah. We never had. I didn't. No, I never had that with comics.
Do you,
That's good,
with a
yeah.
guy like DiPaolo, do you just say, well, that's just his act? Or do you guys, like, behind the scenes, do you guys actually go at each other? I can't believe you said that, or you're wrong about this. Like, do you guys actually have those debates?
We are
Miserable.
Well, yeah, but that's why Tough Crowd was so great.
Oh, Tough Crowd was a phenomenal show.
Yeah,
but just because you're
we
polar
argue.
opposites of someone doesn't like 10 years ago you could sit in a room with everyone who disagreed with you and you just had a great time, and
Right.
then one day,
But now it's
you
like gotten
can't.
right. But
Even
the
Facebook,
stuff-
like Tony grew up next to, like his best friend grew up next to him his whole life, and a few months ago on his Facebook he called him like ugly or something, and he got a warning.
Yeah, Facebook. As soon as I hit enter, boom, there it was on the screen.
Oh my God!
If you can't call your best friend ugly,
I play a character on Better Things, which is a show on FX.
Yeah, we love that show.
Oh, okay.
We sit there and I would love
She
that
loves
show.
that
So I, for season 4 and I actually wrote on this season, but
Did you really?
Yeah. So Rebecca Metz, who is an actor,
Yep.
I play. We are girlfriends now on the show, and she was showing a picture of her when she was like 12 years old, and I Facebook or something or Instagram. Oh my God, you're a baby dyke. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's what we call, that's what lesbians call young lesbians.
And you got reprimanded.
And she's not even a lesbian. She's married to a guy, but we're lesbians on the show.
Right.
This is against, and so
Right.
that, but yet you can say some bullshit lie,
Right.
about that actually harms people.
Right.
That actually, that's the thing about politicians. Is that their words actually harm people and affect people's lives?
Right, yes.
They pass laws that are anti whatever, and yet comedians who are just literally trying to make you laugh. That's it.
Yep.
True indeed.
And we get canceled, and they get reelected.
It is a weird.
Right.
It is weird, but they're canceling the wrong people.
Right.
But that's why we love the Ukraine, because they did it right. They voted in the comedic
Right.
actor.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, he was a comedian.
But there's a reason he's such a good leader. And
Oh, absolutely.
Great
Yes.
reason, yeah.
Yep.
True.
Right.
Wow.
because there's no dumb comic. You can't.
Oh, that's interesting.
I
No
don't think
dumb comic.
most comics are not dumb. If you
No,
know
they-
where a joke is.
No,
And
it's so
to be
difficult to
clever
do.
and to spin it. Yeah,
You got to spin it. You got to think of a different take on something.
We had Kevin Pollak on here, and
I
and
love
he was
him.
so he was
Yeah.
like you people watch Better Things. He was like so excited, like he's great on
I
it.
love him.
He
yeah.
was so great.
Did you watch this season yet?
No, I'm actually waiting because I like to power watch things. So
Oh, yeah. It's
I don't know
almost-
why you'd think that you wouldn't want to do that, but I love
Yeah.
to like just watch it and just
Yeah.
binge.
yeah, yeah.
Such a great show.
Yeah.
Pamela's fucking amazing.
She's like I loved her before she started this.
Yeah.
So when I found out that she was gonna
Yeah.
be doing this show, I'm like, this is gonna be good.
Yeah. She's very talented.
Yeah.
You were great on. You with on Mark Maron or something. You played. I forget what show it was, but you played like a really good part at a dinner. And you were like me and him. Was it him or Louis C.K.? That's what it was.
Oh, on Louis'
CK.
show, yeah. That was
you
so
were so
fun.
good on that. Man, I remember like watching and going, man, she's like really good actress.
Oh,
Like, you nailed it. Like,
Thanks a lot, baby.
it was just so convincing. You were so mad at him.
Oh, yeah. He goes, you're as mad. I forgot what he said. You're madder than, he's like, I want you to be so fucking mad. Like,
You were great.
yeah, it was fun. He's a good director.
Wow.
So when was the last time you've been here on Long Island and the Governor?
Oh, my God, years.
Yeah, because you're in New Jersey
said-
originally, right?
Yeah, but I live in Manhattan, so don't fucking bring up New Jersey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
kidding. I don't care.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
Thanks a
No,
lot, Tony.
I grew up in New Jersey, and then I moved to New York when I was 21.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And you were doing.
and I'm 50-fucking-9.
You came in at the tail end of the '80s boom, or in the 90s?
No, I was in the.
You don't look
80s.
59.
Because I
Oh,
remember.
thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, like
No,
the
I started in the
A&E,
80s,
improv,
yeah.
Yeah.
I did my first set when I was 19, and then
Judy
I did.
Show.
Oh my God!
And
then
isn't
I
that
would.
amazing? Like I have jeans 19 years old. Like
Right.
just to like go up on the
Exactly.
stage and do that at 19 years old. I just think it's so
I just loved it.
brave.
Someone dared me to do it, and then that was it. I was
Oh, wow.
addicted. Yeah.
And all
I
the
love
different
it.
hairstyles.
Oh God! Please do not mention my fucking spit curl. We were
I
just
love
talking
the
about it
spit
last
curl,
night.
yeah.
It was here,
Yeah,
and I
it's
would
the
do that
Judy
bit about
Show.
like how the reason I have my spit curls because if I had my own show in the '60s, I'd slide down a spit curl. On my own variety show, I'd open the show sliding down a big spit curl singing, "It's Judy's show!" And then I just said it after every fucking joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
People still come up to me and they're like, "It's Judy's show!" And I'm like, oh my God. And I used to get a tan line right here.
Right where the curl
It was so stupid.
Hilarious.
Because I wanted to be recognized. So I'd go to the beach and have the thing. And then, once I went in the water,
That's
it was
hilarious.
over. Yeah.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm looking for it and I can't find it.
Oh, you'll
so.
find it.
Oh, it's great. That was that one of your first appearances on TV? Was when you
Oh,
did
I
that
did
TV
find it.
show?
Oh, God.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah, there she is. See, like we show all the hairstyle. You should have put that.
Yeah,
on.
Let me say, I hate you so much. I fucking hate you.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, have you ran into any problems yourself as far as freedom of speech on stage?
Oh, yeah.
You've gotten some backlash, and what
Oh,
happened?
please. I write about it in the book, but like just last week, I was asked to do a variety show in Chicago. Wait, let me read this contract to you.
Do they? Oh, I was just gonna say, are you gonna bring up a contract? Like, do they tell you ahead of time?
This is what
Because
I
that's
got.
awful.
Okay, ready?
Judy, don't be you. Thanks. Sign here.
Right, exactly. I mean, in the beginning, when you have to take the work, I understand when they're like, "Can you be clean? We have a lot,"
Right.
which
Sure,
means
like if
don't
you go to
curse.
dry bar
Right.
and you don't walk up there with a bottle of wine. You know,
Right.
you get stuff
yeah,
like that.
exactly. And you're getting paid a lot of money. But wait, I gotta read this to you.
Because some of the stuff, like, it's probably insulting that they bring up. Because, like,
Okay.
of course, I've done this before. I know that. But
Don't hire me. If
Right.
here it is. Okay, where's the fucking contract? Here it is. Ready? First of all, they spelled my name Judy Gould. Gould. This is how bad my agent is. He's like, all right, they made a mistake. Okay, ready? Here's entertainer's responsibility. The entertainer shall refrain from using foul language or any such morally unacceptable act or display.
Oh, man.
Wow.
The entertainer shall adhere to the decorum of the event. Okay, so that was a fucking huge red flag. And then, wait, what else? Like ethically, you can't, ethical and moral? No. Funny or not funny? Okay, ready?
That's really what it sounds like. You either going to be funny or not funny. Yeah.
Right. So then I said no, and then here's what they said. They said something like,
We're very disappointed
"Thank you."
in you.
Yes. While we understand that Ms. Gold is a stand-up comedian and liberal, we ask that she deliver her routine material with sensitivity regarding people of black and brown descent, as our audience will be diverse.
Well, it's well known how racist you are.
I mean,
you actually have your black card here. You got it from Chris Rock. He said Judy Gold is the best
Yeah, I
black
love
woman
Chris.
comedian in the world.
Oh,
Yeah,
no kidding,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wow.
And said he's a student of her comedy and a follower of her teachings.
Wow.
it's a joke. It's a joke. No,
I think he meant it.
I think he
And
meant
if he
it.
didn't mean it, I'm going to get Wilson.
I love him. I mean, and they want to, but I mean, I hear moral and ethical. I'm like, don't hire me.
Right.
Like,
Don't hire anyone who
You
can
don't need
do
that pressure.
And I
Yeah.
bet the governor's contract was just from James, Judy, be you. I bet you that was the whole contract. Sign here. Judy, sign right there. Just be you.
Go up there and do your
What-
thing.
We love you,
What
Judy.
joke would there be? Like, there's nothing
I don't
left.
even do, and first of all, I curse. I'm from New Jersey. It's like part of the fucking deal, okay?
Comes with the
That's
package.
it.
Yeah.
And cursing, what does that do? My kids, oh, I gotta go.
5
All right,
minutes? Okay.
Wait, I gotta go. Oh, fuck. No, I gotta have some tea before I go
Wait,
on.
Yeah,
let's
go.
just take a quick one from the Insta.
And I'm shocked. People still doing variety shows?
Rock, Judy.
No, they're like this.
So that was a
these
red flag
people-
in itself.
And then I would say, but you don't, moral and ethical? That,
Yeah.
There's such a fine line
and
with
it's
that. 'Cause
also,
who says who is
yeah.
what, you know?
Who
What
goes
does
up
that
there?
mean?
Like,
And
what?
I don't care what color someone is.
Right.
Right. Not
Right.
at all.
You are
Where can
my
they find the
favorite-
book? Because I know
Oh,
you
you can
gotta
go
split-
to my website, judygold.com. But
Okay.
it's anywhere. It's on Amazon. It's
Good for
on any indie book if you're a big lezzy and you want to,
I am. big lesbian.
Yeah. You-
And I also like.
I love
I've
women. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you at the Click Club the other night. alone in the back.
I couldn't get anybody
Yeah.
to go
We
with
go
me.
to Click Club.
Where's the next Click Club meeting? I'd like to attend.
That used to be a lesbian bar.
Really?
Yes, the Click
Wow.
Club.
Like-
There's only 15 lesbian bars left
saying
in
Click?
America.
Whoa!
No.
What?
That can't be
no.
true.
Is what?
There's only 15
Well,
lesbian bars
what
left.
happens there?
Wow.
They don't let men in. Is
No, I think that, they let me, but I mean,
why
they
are they-
cater to women, yeah.
because that can't. That's
15?
First of all,
crazy.
women,
14 of them are in New York. I
gay
bet.
bars, there's a similar, like now everyone can go. And also, women don't make as much money as men. So I think
Right.
a lot of women business owners, whatever. All right,
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
think
go.
they
All right,
stopped.
Judy, have a
Oh
great
my God, I
show.
can
Have a
talk
great
to you
se-
forever.
Oh, we would love that.
Thanks for your time.
Don't be a stranger. Come on back.
We had a great time with you. Thank
I'll
you.
email
Absolutely.
you
Have a
again.
great set.
I'll email you again. Maybe we could get you on my show.
I'm coming out after the show to buy a book. That's what I'm doing.
Yes, indeed. Yes. JudyGold.com,
Very
everybody.
nice.
Check her out. Get the book. It's awesome. She rocks.
Thank you so much for your time.
My hair looks like shit. All right,
No,
bye.
you look great.
Oh, please, you're so full of it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Wow.
That was great. Judy Gold, everybody.
Yeah, she was really
She's
nice.
great.
Nice lady.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah,
Give her a
talk
5.
closer to your
Yeah,
mic.
you are low.
I had you up higher, but like I think it's because you were talking like this so much.
I was in
Oh,
and
was
out.
he?
I was back
which
and
isn't
forth,
what
but-
you usually do, so I got a little thrown.
But are you hearing me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I
As long as
hear
you're,
you.
I'm not hearing myself from the headphones. I hear you guys, but I don't hear me.
Really?
So hopefully. But
I-
we'll see. I think either way
I
I'll
hear
be
you.
picked up.
I'm gonna-
She was clean, right? You had
I'm gonna
her?
keep you higher.
You had Judy's mic up,
Yeah, Judy heard just fine.
so
yeah.
you could probably pick me up if whatever question.
I heard you fine, so.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. Our apologies to Jeff Bosey, but Bosey,
Yeah, sorry, Jeff.
hope you understand.
He's
I mean,
my
it was
other favorite
Judy
lesbian comedian. Judy Gold's my favorite lesbian comedian. Then Jeff Bosey's a close second.
No more clit clubs.
Just let's
I wasn't
say
sure if she was saying click or clit.
I wasn't sure at first either. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that does make sense. But normally, like a gay bar is a gay bar, and there's usually like 20% of the people in the room are women, and then 80% of the crazy guys.
I think nowadays it doesn't. You don't really need a gay bar. I think lesbians could be lesbians anywhere, and gay men could be gay men anywhere.
Yeah, agreed. True.
Yeah, but how much Barbara Streisand can one listen to when you're not gay? And Madonna.
Hello,
Have you seen
Eli-
that new picture of Madonna that came out?
No.
There's like a picture of Madonna out now where she's got massive amounts of plastic surgery.
That's too bad.
Yeah, she's
She
gone
looks
too
like
far.
a
Yeah.
fucking
She used to
freak.
be so natural, like she.
I used to.
you know.
God, I
Oh,
thought
back
she
in the
was
day.
so gorgeous, man.
Yeah, she was sexy.
But now she's a.
Yeah, she's gone too far.
It's like you ever see like an old guy who's trying to dress like
Yes.
like let's say me, like a 50-year-old guy wearing skinny jeans and like all trendy
Yeah.
clothes.
Right.
It just you look fucking stupid.
You,
You don't
you
look
really
cool.
you do look like stupid. Like people just should.
She's talking to you.
No, I'm not. No, I mean that happens to everyone. You go clothes shopping and you're like, where are my clothes? Because I am not wearing that. Like I don't want to wear clothes with big holes in them.
Right.
Like, and I don't want to wear a shirt.
yeah, the ripped jeans.
Like for women, like sometimes I'm like, could I please have the back of my shirt? Like, is there any reason why there's nothing on the? Because I want to.
I'm all right with
I'm
that.
paying the same price, so I
Probably
just
is
want
different for women,
all
yeah.
of the material. Can I just have all the material when I buy clothes?
It's yeah, for me, like I'm not paying $100 for a pair of jeans with holes in it. number one.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do that on my own.
Hello, Bosey. Bosey says no problem. Hello, Jerry Lahane. Hello, Liz Batapede. Hello, Joan Asher.
Oh, hey, Joan.
Yeah, I just wanted.
I haven't seen Joan's
Yeah, haven't
name
been
in a
while.
long time.
So yeah, just wanted to
good.
say hi to everybody and thank them for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed Judy Gold.
Joan
Yeah,
was
she
probably
was a nice
very
lady. Are you
upset.
farting again?
No, what are
Stop
you talking
farting.
about? I didn't.
Stop farting.
don't know
And
what
he
you're talking about.
leaned towards me because he doesn't want you to yell at him.
He pointed it towards you.
I don't know
did.
what you're talking about.
He
aimed
aimed
it-
at me, and it
yeah.
was a long rumble. It was like like a scale,
All lies.
like an octave scale going.
It was in tune too.
Like
oddly
it was.
enough.
It was like.
I was enjoying the sound of it.
It actually
What do you
said
call the
it's
scale?
Judy Gold. What?
What do you call the scale where it's
Judy
like flats
Sharp.
Yeah,
and
that's-
sharps?
What's that?
What's that scale where it's like every flat and sharp? You know.
Do, re, mi, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, it was that. Stop that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think we should just leave. We just had Judy. There's only 2 other comedians in the whole place.
Yeah,
Fine by me. I'm gonna go home and see my new dog.
Yeah, that's right. You got a doodle.
I got a double doodle.
A double doodle doggy. A double doodle doggy.
Yeah, so check it out if you guys didn't hear on our show.
Says Don.
What's a double doodle doggy?
Says Don.
Double doodle is because like there's a doodle, a golden doodle is a golden retriever and a standard poodle, and then there's the labradoodle. That's the lab and the standard poodle.
Now,
so this one is a double doodle because it's a mixture of the two of them.
Is it small or big?
He's a horse. Don.
80 pounds.
Dude, I ever tell you the time I got chased by a fucking giant poodle?
Really?
Please tell me.
Oh my god.
I want to know this.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm walking home from my friend. This is when I was a teenager. First of all, I was like 16 years old. This is when I was really into heavy metal, and I was like wearing an Iron Maiden shirt.
Which is not cool to be chased by a poodle.
No, that's
like
what I'm saying.
you are not getting the babes if someone sees you running down like a
I'm already
cartoon.
picturing
Well,
this.
I didn't even get there yet. I'm setting it up.
Poodle. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm walking down the street. I'm walking down the street, walking home from my friend's house. I got the Iron Maiden shirt. I got denim jacket on, work boots. Got
the
on.
chain
I
that
had the chain
that has
wallet.
the leather. Like
I had the long hair and the red headband.
Wow.
Oh
so I'm
yeah.
full on heavy.
The Madonna red
I'm
headband.
discovering who I am as a teenager.
You're MS-13.
I'm like, I'm saying to myself, like I'm learning who I am, and I decided I wanted to be Axl Rose. No, I was just learning who I am, and I was going down this heavy metal vibe,
Okay.
thinking I was cool as shit, and I'm walking down the street, and then I see this stoop, like one of the houses had a big stoop, and all these girls were sitting on the stoop.
If for those of you who aren't on Long Island, if you walk upstairs to get in your house, that's a stoop.
Yes.
Nobody else calls it a stoop?
No one calls it a stoop.
Really?
What do they call it?
Stairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Stairs?
yeah.
Well, they're stupid.
Yeah. So
It's a stoop.
this was like
You stupid.
They're all sitting there. There must have been about 5 girls, and they're around my age, and they're all there, and I see them, and I'm like, all right, let me start peacocking.
I'm going to be
a
able
little.
to date one of them.
I'm gonna start peacocking and just be like,
Yeah, got the swagger.
walk cool.
Started singing Welcome to the Jungle, Axel?
Welcome to the jungle.
So I walk in like I'm cool, and then I look at them, and they look at me, and they're all smiling. And I'm
Nice.
like, yeah, this is going good. All of a sudden, this fucking giant poodle comes running around. From
Did
the
it
side
belong
of
to
their-
them?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It came from the side of their
They
house.
knew what you were up to. That
Define
dog.
giant poodle.
Dude,
A standard poodle. They're
must have
big.
been,
They're like
this big.
80
And-
pounds.
And what made it worse was the poodle had the haircut, had the fucking little
Yeah.
afro, and had little white puffy wrists, and white puff and a
Oh
puff
my
and
God.
a puff on the tail.
I'm so
Yeah.
grateful I did my Kegels because I almost wet myself at that.
So all of a sudden comes this giant fucking poodle. First of all, I never saw a giant poodle before. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I realize it's coming at me. Now
And
at
they're so
first,
smart. They used to be like the smartest dogs.
oh man, well at
Yeah.
first I was like, all right, like your mind's going really fast, and I got these good-looking girls here. Just made eye contact with them. I'm thinking whatever. So I don't want
Been a
to. I don't want to
monster.
run right away. So I start like walking a little fast, and then things come, and then fucking finally it's at my heels, and it's vicious. It's showing its teeth. It's like, so I was like, holy shit! So I fucking ran, and I'm running top speed. This fucking dog.
And because they
And
gallop, they're so big.
And I hear the girls all laughing. It was fucking humiliating.
That's
Laughing?
The worst.
They were dying. They didn't call the dog back. They just let it fucking chase me.
They're like some kind of weird cult where they let the dog loose on boys.
Dude, it came out through the backyard. I don't know how. If it jumped the fence, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't even know if it was their dog.
Yeah.
I just know a giant poodle fucked up my whole game.
Yep.
Made me not cool.
Did you go back like the
That
next
was a
day?
doodle. Fucking doodles. No,
Fucking.
Go back the next day.
I never went back that. I never walked that route again.
Yeah.
I never walked. Honestly, whenever I went back to that kid's house, I went to another street. I never took that walk. I never wanted to be chased by that fucking dog again. It was so humiliating. It was a mixture of fear of getting bit by a dog and humiliation because those girls were there.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I looked cool as shit.
And you never saw those girls in school or anything?
I don't even remember, no, I don't even know if I knew them or not.
Wow.
So, yeah, because I don't know if they were older than me, maybe a little younger. I was like 16, 15, 16. They could have been 17, like different grades. I didn't know who they were. I just knew there was a bunch of girls. And when you know how it is when you're walking by any group of people, you always want to put on
Got the swagger.
a little swagger.
Oop,
Right,
I think
right.
we're getting some company here.
Nope.
I know.
Oh,
No.
no, we're not.
Ugh. I'm not pandering to them.
Well, so this
All I heard was- That's all I heard.
Did you hear me go yuck? I don't pander, man.
Oh, that sounds like an anti-superhero. Pander Man.
look,
always
there's
nice
his
to everybody.
face. He just made it. We got the delay. I just saw the face. He was like this.
And I'm telling you, he didn't even say words. He just.
I learned not to say it out loud.
Bum,
Well,
bum,
anyway,
bum,
so-
Pander Man.
So there's this. There's this family who I dog sit for, and I've watched this dog for about a year and a half, and so she just contacted me. And she's like, we tried as much as we could because we cannot even stand the idea of having to give this dog away. But my daughter is allergic to it, and we tried everything that we could, and she's 3 years old, and it's only getting worse. Every year it gets worse, and the doctor's like, you have to get rid of this dog. So So she's like, I want to ask you because it has such a great time at your house, and I haven't asked any family or friends yet. Do you want him? And I'm like, yes.
Now, how many dogs you have now?
So now 5.
You're fine. Wow.
Yeah.
And did the double doodle doggy gets along with all the other dogs?
Oh yeah, and he always has. And it's
5.
It's one of those things. I know Tony's freaking out. But so 2 of the dogs are my sister's dogs, who she just happens to live with me. And
Right.
then I've got 2 dogs, but one of them's really old, and Charlie's kind of circling the drain, right?
We can only hope.
Now, all
Yeah.
I'm saying is if you're ever in a
Charlie's a
situation
dick.
where there's a kid who looks really cool as shit walking down the
I would
street.
never let that happen to that
don't,
kid.
Don't let the doodle
I
chase
won't.
him.
Don't you
because
worry, it won't happen
Bo-
again.
As
Bosie-
Bosie said, I got chased by a gay dog.
Right.
And that's true.
But
I
let
did.
me tell you, I don't know if I ever told you this story, because, Bosie, I'm going to go there. Because Bosie, as you mentioned, has been performing with Knock 'em Dead Comedy,
I know,
and he's
you're
doing great.
gonna tell.
We rehearse at my business partner Eric's house. That's where we rehearse.
Right, yeah.
Eric has
A Shiloh Shepherd.
a Shiloh Shepherd, which is like a little bit of a bigger German Shepherd, and he has this other little thing. I don't even know what it is, but that doesn't matter because rehearsal was over one night. We're going up the stairs from the basement, and the Shepherd, I think if I remember right, the Shepherd was outside when we got there. So now the Shepherd is seeing us for the first time, and we're in the house, so he kind of freaked out a little bit. It's always better to let the dog see you, right? Let them see you first
Well,
when
also
you come in, because when you're leaving, it's not so bad.
It's,
right.
Well, no, I don't think it would matter with that dog because
Oh, okay.
that dog is he's a herder. I mean, a German Shepherd is a herder, and this particular dog does not like when you leave. He does like, I don't know what it is.
Did he chase you to the door?
He does.
Well-
He likes to keep everyone together, and when
So-
one goes to leave, he does not like it.
We're going up the stairs. Eric's wife was at the top of the stairs. So you got Eric's wife. Jeff is coming up the stairs, and the dog is behind Eric's wife. So Jeff isn't really paying a lot of attention. We were all talking as we're walking upstairs, and Jeff goes to the right to leave. The dog gets around Eric's wife, jumps up, and bites his ass.
Oh!
Now I'm behind Jeff.
It probably tasted like sugar to the dog.
It tastes like cheese.
Tastes like a cheese stick.
But it wasn't, to be honest, I mean, it didn't like clamp and like put a hole in him or make him
nipped
bleed.
him to make him
it
stay.
just kind of nipped him, right.
Yeah.
But so, and I saw it. It was a nip. There was one person between me and Jeff, but I saw the whole thing. But, so you ran in front of these girls. Jeff grabs his ass and he goes, ouch! Like that. And I actually stopped and I go, did he just say ouch? Like usually you'd be like, oh, or hey, oh.
You have
Like,
to literally say the word.
he actually said the word ouch.
It's like if you sneeze and you actually say achoo.
I actually do sometimes walk around when I burp. I'll actually say burp.
He does. He
Yeah.
just goes burp.
Yeah. But yeah, Jeff actually.
That's like sip.
So he was okay. I mean, at least
It doesn't feel good.
I think it was a little bit of a sting. I think he was in a
I bet
little
you
bit
hit
of
a
pain.
black and blue in his butt.
But it was like I mean, I'm still bringing up the ouch whenever I see him. So it's like that seemed to be more of the story than anything else.
But this dog is so big that his head can fit on our counter, and he's like, every time I'm making lunch, he's like, "What are we having?"
Yeah, this dog is 80 pounds.
Oh, damn.
It's so tall.
And when he stands up, he's
whenever
he's
we've
taller
taken,
than you.
whenever we've taken care of him, I'm like, I miss this dog. He's such a good boy. He's so good. I love this dog.
5 dogs.
Wow, 5
Yeah.
dogs. That's crazy.
5.
But one circle in the drain.
I remember one time, speaking of bites, one time, my cousin, Mike had, Michael, he was breeding for whatever fucking reason. This is when we were kids. He was breeding mice, little white
Breeding
mice.
I have never heard anything about this.
Yeah, so he had 2 habit trails with like a tunnel.
Yeah.
And they were connected to each other, and then the mice started breeding out of control. And his parents didn't know because nobody goes up in Mike's room. So he had the whole room to himself, and he was... all of a sudden, there's hundreds of mice in these tanks. What happened was they chewed out, and they got out. So now, my uncle's pissed. My uncle's like, fucking infested with mice!
Yeah.
So anyway,
little white lab mice.
Like the cute little white ones.
Yeah.
So one day, we're in Mike's room, and here comes running across is a mouse. And they had a cat or a dog or something. I think
they had a bunch of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the cat
that worked out.
The cat grabs the mouse.
Yeah.
You watch this thing have lunch.
I went to save the mouse. Right? I was like, hey, get it. And I'm fighting with the cat, and I take the mouse, and I go, I got you. And the mouse bit me.
Oh, and you're like, what the?
Then I killed the mouse.
Did you
So
squish
I
him?
saved the mouse just to kill it. I was like, you bitch, you fucking bite me. Yeah.
Wow.
And then shortly after I went and I got some therapy. I said, I need help, doc.
And then he was walking by a girl's house, and the mouse came out.
It's all around the same age. It's all around the same time period.
15-year-old.
Holy.
15-year-old Don.
15-year-old Don was
Emotional problems.
Messed up kid. That was a mess.
It was probably because it was a white mouse, and the poodle was a white poodle. There's a lot of...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I saw signs of that in the mouse.
Maybe, yeah. You're like, this isn't happening again.
I remember after I killed the mouse, I was like, I'm just trying to save his life. And then I took it. Like, what the hell was wrong with me? I finally got the breakthrough of therapy in that one. Thank you, Sallie.
Yeah.
Now,
Just see the mouse's little face looking at you.
no, he bit me hard, too. And like, I was like, bang, bang, bang. Let's just say it.
You'll be able to edit this out later, right?
That mouse learned a lesson. No, you don't do what Judy's book just said not to do.
That's right.
This is
What, a mouse? You think the mouse people are going to come after us?
The Mickey Mouse Club?
They're going to cancel us because I killed a mouse when I was 15?
I think they're going to take you away.
My son's an exterminator. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Really?
M-I-K. Kill you real soon.
He kills mice all the time.
Yeah.
Well, now they do safe. He
What
has
do you
safe traps where they set up traps and then the mouse goes in and they catch you.
Right, and the door closes behind them, yeah.
And then they could let him out.
Right.
Where would you let out a bunch of mice?
Well, yeah, you got to take the trap. You got to take it somewhere where, it can't get back in.
Don't
You
they
let
come
them
back?
go.
Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's...
Well, they're not homing mice.
I mean,
They're just-
the cats are... I mean, the absolute best food for a cat is a mouse. Like, you can't replicate a mouse. It's, like, exactly perfect for them. So it actually works out to have, like, a whole bunch of cats.
Well, they had them. This
Oh,
was
yeah, they
years
had a
ago.
bunch,
I
yeah.
think there might still be a couple mice running through. That was crazy.
Wow.
That was
I
crazy.
hated having, like, hamsters in those habit trails because, like, they're all nocturnal. So you're trying to go to sleep, and all you hear is conk, 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 because they're biting at the plastic to get out. Like, if you want to fucking go, just go. You know?
Yeah. We bought Sammy had a hamster for a while. This thing...
I hated my hamster. I couldn't wait for it
This
to
thing was
die.
miserable in the cage. All this thing wanted 24/7 was
Yeah,
just
mine
chewing
too.
to get out. Thing lasted
I
6
wish-
months. I think it died of a heart attack. This thing did nothing but try to get out.
Yeah.
It growled at us when
Mine
we came
too.
close.
Wow.
This
damn.
thing, yeah,
I
this
wish
thing was
Don would have
miserable.
killed my hamster.
Yeah, it only lasted 6 months.
I haven't killed
crazy.
an animal in quite some time. It's been a while.
I need a good night out, kill an animal.
I think my dad was worried about me. me and my cousin. One time my my cousin was crazy, man.
Was?
Yeah, he might still be. I don't know. I haven't talked to him really in a long time, but he was nuts when we were kids. He used to so I would sleep over his house, and we'd say prayers, and then he would pray to Satan afterwards. He'd be like, I just want to make sure I'm making them both happy. I was like, the fuck, are you nuts? He would literally like, thank you, God, and bless this one and that one. And then he goes,
Father Satan.
Satan and you. And I'm like,
Did you guys really say prayers before you went to sleep at night?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Wow.
And he would pray to the devil. I never would. Yeah, he was. And then he was really into the Exorcist.
Oh, you ever read that book?
Oh,
It's
God.
crazy.
Ugh, the movie alone just I can't look to this day. I can't see that girl's face. It
Yeah.
freaks me out.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it, I've looked at it before, but I never watched it. And he would force me to watch it when I was like 11 years old.
Is that the little blonde girl who died? Is that the Exorcist?
No, The Exorcist is
the soul is mine. There, when
Right.
when she spits the stuff
Right.
out.
She,
Yes.
her head turns around.
What's the one I'm thinking of with the little
You're
girl?
thinking of Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Oh, Poltergeist.
Yes.
Where like
Yeah.
everyone, all the actors and actresses like died in some weird way.
Yeah, that had some weird.
They had some unfortunate luck on that movie.
They said that movie was cursed. Yeah,
Yeah.
Poltergeist. There's some crazy stories about that.
All right. So yesterday, I'll tell you what happened to me yesterday.
What? Do I know this?
You killed a mouse.
No.
What
So-
was yesterday? Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I told you. I'm pretty sure I told you. Did the show here yesterday. Morning, afternoon. Me and Andy. Andy left, and I had some business to take care of. I left maybe 15 minutes after him. And I had somewhere to go, and our show ends. I get out of here around 1:00. So you were nice enough to make me some sandwiches. So
make a
I
little
leave here.
peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut
The
butter
dog
sandwiches.
already, like you. I make a sandwich and I leave it on the counter, and he comes over and he eats it.
Now you just do straight peanut butter, right? No jelly.
Yes, no jelly.
Same here.
Right.
Right
White
on.
bread,
There you go.
peanut
That's how I
butter.
do it.
So I hit. There's a 7-Eleven right here, and I hit the 7-Eleven. I'm going to get some chips to have with my sandwich. So you know where I'm going? Did I tell
Yeah.
you this? I did. Okay.
Yeah.
I pull into 7-Eleven. I get out of my truck. 2 spots over, there's I think it was a RAV4 sitting there, and there's a guy. He's got the passenger side door open. He's standing there. As I start to walk over, I see what he's doing. He's shaking a woman, and she's like a rag doll. And he's shaking her, and he's going, come back to me.
What
And I'm like,
the fuck? This is at the 7-Eleven right here?
right here, yeah. And there's another guy standing there. So at this point, it's just me, another guy, and the couple this is happening to. The other guy is on a phone, and he gives the phone to the guy, and you can tell they're talking to a 911 operator. And and he's like, yes, I'm still touching her. Yes, and she came to a little bit, and she was just kind of groggy, but then she went out again, and he's now, stay with me, honey, don't go. I'm like, holy shit.
What the fuck was going on?
So I'm like, this woman, I'm about to watch somebody die, which I've never had the pleasure of watching somebody die.
The pleasure.
I've fantasized about some people.
So the other guy, I just turned to him, I go, what's going on? He goes, dude, I don't know. He goes, I got out of my van, I was walking through, and there he was grabbing her. He goes, but she was out cold, man. He goes, and I said, well, I saw, yeah, she was, flopping. So this happened a few times where he's like, stay with me, honey, stay with me. And she'd come back, she'd go again. Like this happened probably, I'm going to say at least 3 times this happened. So I'm thinking, holy shit, this woman's going to freaking die. So I hear, he says, okay, yes. Like I forget his response, but I can tell from his response that she must have said the ambulance is on the way or something. So he gets off the phone and he's just standing there and he's rubbing her belly. And
Which is weird. Like,
Yeah.
never rub a woman's belly. We don't like it.
Well, at that moment, I don't know if it really
Maybe she
mattered, but-
woke up just to punch him.
Yeah, maybe that's what he was doing, just doing
Yeah.
something that annoys her.
Well,
Yeah.
he said something like that. He was doing something to keep her, like, stimulated somehow.
He's like stimulating her nipples.
He likes this.
She told me if she ever passes out to give her anal. She told me that.
Then I'm like, hold on, sir, let me try.
Do it like this.
Does she like this?
And then there were 18 guys in the car. I don't know. So somehow he got water. I forget if he had it or somebody handed it to him. So he's giving her, and she's drinking the water. So now she's
Better.
coherent. And she starts complaining she doesn't want the ambulance. Now, the other guy who wasn't with them, like I said, he was in a different van. He walks over. He says, no, let the ambulance come, check you out. But we must have been waiting about 10 minutes. And then at this point, some other people had walked over. And we're all saying the same thing. Where the hell is this ambulance? It's 10 minutes. We don't even hear it.
Right, yeah.
And as we're talking, all of a sudden, we look back to this Rav, the guy that's with this woman that was trying to save her. He's now back in the driver's seat, and he's starting to he's going in reverse. So the guy who had the phone, he gets behind him, blocks him, and he yells at him. He goes, "Are you guys leaving?" He goes, "She doesn't want the ambulance." He goes, "Stay and let the ambulance check her out." So I said to him, I go, "Well, where are you going?" We're going upstate for our nephew's wedding. And I'm like, "You guys are going upstate? Like, what? You're not going to make it.
You're going to be on the Taconic, and you're not going to be able to.
Out again?
Right.
Yeah, what are you going to do then?
So sure enough,
she was dehydrated.
So the guy that initially blocked him, he was talking with us, and he just took a few steps without even really thinking. Sure enough, as soon as he had the clearance, boom, he goes in reverse, and he takes off. So he's gone. So we all just kind of looked at each other, shrugged our shoulders, and went about our business. It was the craziest thing. And then it took me. I was going to pick up Sammy from her day heb. So by the time I got up there, I still had a few minutes, and I just sat up the block from the day heb, and I just sat there. I'm like, what in the world did I just?
Wow, it really affected you.
Oh
that
yeah,
way?
it really freaked me out.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
You saw her limp, just moving around.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm telling you, he's really shaking her, and she's just like a rag doll. I'm telling you. And then I get Sammy. I'm going home. I'm about a mile away from home, and I'm passing a Verizon truck is going west, so I'm going east. And I still to this day, I'll look at a Verizon truck. I don't know.
Because you used to work there.
Yeah, I don't know if I would know the guy or I'm just looking at the truck. But sure enough, I'm looking at the truck. All of a sudden, boom, a box flies off the truck and hits the car behind it. I'm like, what the? I actually said to myself, I gotta get home because something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That happened right after that.
It was like a half.
I was like, hey,
40 minutes later.
Hey, honey, how was your day? And he was like, oh. I'm like.
It was about 40 minutes.
Like he
40
couldn't
minutes
even like.
between, yeah.
He was like,
What else happened?
The box lands on the hood of this van. The van then screeches. It was like out of a movie, and I'm trying to watch this.
You're leaving, yeah,
right?
So you're trying to look in the rearview mirror.
But it didn't look like, at least from what I could see, I don't think it I mean, it must have flown off the truck because there wasn't weight to it as it is.
Yeah, so it could have been
so
bad. But
I don't think it really like dented the hood or,
Right.
and it wasn't a giant box that it was blocking the view. But they stopped anyway, and I saw the woman get out and just do one of these. But again, it wasn't like she ended up smacking a pole and there were explosions, and it was nothing like that. She just slammed on the brakes and then just got out of the car. I'm assuming to grab the box, but
damn, what a day!
It was.
What a day!
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
That's crazy. And now, but the thing is, you don't know the ending to either story. You don't know what happened to the lady.
you don't know how the wedding went.
You don't know how the wedding did she make it? Yeah.
Anybody watching had know somebody had a wedding upstate?
You don't know what was in the package.
I don't know what was in the package.
No.
I don't know if the Verizon guy even knew that it even happened. He probably just kept on going.
You kind of like it was like a Forrest Gump moment, but with no closure.
Right.
I think you need to follow. Like, so, did you get a license plate?
No.
Did you get their names?
We should go to the 7-Eleven and ask for their security footage.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would give it to me. That would be wild.
I do not know, sir. Should I give you the? I don't know. Who are you? I'm a cop. You have a badge? I don't have one.
I'm with governors. Make them think I'm with the governor.
Yeah.
I'm with governors.
Oh, in that case, the videotapes are all in the back room.
Videotapes. VHS.
They're all VHS, and we had them alphabetized.
Liz Batapede. I just realized that if I put the first letter of your name in the order you were sitting in, STD.
That's great.
Very nice.
That's very funny. Liz is funny.
She rocks.
Liz and Kirsten, man, we definitely got to get like the three of you topless together.
What?
Because Kirsten now changed her name to Kitty.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. Absolutely. Satan lives in my toilet, says Jerry Lane.
I believe that, especially after eating some hot wings.
See, that's the thing with Jerry. Like, you don't know if he's being funny or if he really if he really means it, because
Well,
he knows about the life on Mars and all that. Like,
Dude, after a couple,
Satan might really be in his. Like, you go in there to take a dump and you're like, whoa!
Have you ever eaten like hot spicy food?
With Jerry Lahane?
Yeah.
I might have. He knows about my past lives and stuff, so maybe
Well, that's how Satan gets in the toilet.
through the hot wings.
Tony thinks like an almond is like spicy foods. Like,
I hate almonds.
yeah.
You hate almonds?
He
Yeah, I
hates
hate almonds.
anything with flavor. No salt.
You don't like salt?
Not that I don't like it. I don't need to put it on my food. If it's on my food, I'm fine with it, but I don't ever grab salt to add to it.
Like, I remember the first time, the Japanese food, what's that green stuff?
Snot.
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like a sauce, right? That green.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like,
I
it
can't
just
think of
looks like guacamole
Jerry
or something.
will know. Jerry will tell us.
Yeah, and the first time that I tasted it, I was like, I couldn't even see out my eyes. It hurt so bad.
You ever see that show Hot Ones?
No.
Where the guy there's this guy who interviews celebrities, and they have a rack of 10 hot wings.
Oh, wow.
And they all get hotter and hotter each one.
Oof.
And they have the sauces. So the final sauce.
Can you do like blue cheese and stuff?
No, they have to eat it and it's major celebrities like
Brad Pitt or something?
Brad Pitt's actually done it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so they'll do it, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this one's good," and then they get to then also the teary-eyed.
Yeah.
Like Paul Rudd was on one.
Oh, he must have been funny.
Oh, he was great because he was
Was
crying.
he crying?
Well, he was tearing so bad that he decided to do a scene with the host, and he's like, "Just love you, man." He's like, "Don't go." Like, it was so good the way they did it. But anyway,
They're going to use that for any type of acting thing.
Yeah.
They're like, if you could have the wings.
I bought the stuff. I bought some of the hot sauces, and I had the hottest one.
Is it crazy?
The final dab.
Did you cry?
I love hot sauce, so I wanted to see if I could take it, because after I had COVID 2 years ago, whatever,
You lost your taste buds?
Yeah, but I have my taste buds back, but I developed a superpower where hot wings don't affect me.
No way.
Yeah, so I could eat. We
Only
tested it.
you could turn COVID into a positive thing, Don.
And like Wendy would get me, like, she'd go to like the wings places and get me the hottest ones, and I'd be like, and I can feel the heat, but it doesn't bother me.
Feel the heat.
Where she can't even open the bag, and it would start making her tear up just the air
Right.
from it. So now I had the hottest one, and that motherfucker was hot. I was like, whoa. So I thought the curse broke. I thought because it's got ghost peppers in there and shit.
The seal broke.
I thought the power broke, but it did, but it didn't. I still love the spicy food, but now it definitely.
Now it bothers you again.
Now it bothers me again, but yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch that show, Hot Wings, Hot Ones, it's called. It's really good. It's really good.
Wow.
A good show.
All right, Bosie had to leave, so he says, "Have a great night, everyone. Great evening. Thanks for the stories and laughs. Love your mouse killer."
I love you too, Bosie. You're my second favorite lesbian comedian.
So, all right, so you made me think of something. Talking about like crying and sad scenes. What movie makes you cry every time you watch it?
Wow, there's a lot of them.
Is it?
Dude, I'm a sap. I always know. So again, I don't know if this is because of the depressions or what this is, but I always know when I'm going into like a really emotional state.
Yeah.
When I get emotional commercials.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
one time I remember I'm sitting there watching a commercial.
Commercials get me like all the time.
Dude,
Really?
the one with the guy with
Yeah.
the daughter with the car keys, and then
Yeah.
first she's a little girl, then she's like, "I got it, Dad." Then she's
Oh
growing
yeah, I
up.
remember that.
But the one that got me was so cheesy when you think about him, but then they're like, this gets me. So anyways, this kid, this was years ago. I must have been in my 20s or so, just to give you a time frame. But this kid's like, I love McDonald's. And he's like, no, he goes, every year we have to bring our dad to work day. And this kid's dad isn't like the other dad. So one kid's dad's a doctor, the other kid's dad's a lawyer, the other kid's dad's, all these big cool jobs and stuff. One's a cop, one's a fireman, and then his dad, just this like regular guy, gets up there.
Loser.
But he gets up there. Well, you're supposed to think he's losing. And then he gets up there and he goes, he starts talking about his job, but then the kid says something about, but my dad takes me to McDonald's every day. Well, this whole shit, and just being a great dad was enough. Man, I was like sitting there bawling, crying, watching a McDonald's commercial. I'm like,
Yeah, McDonald's really made people cry.
I was like, fuck
Yeah.
all those other guys, man.
Yeah.
It's all about being a dad. That's the best job of them all, man.
Well, that I cried at that same commercial because he was eating my fries.
Yeah, and they didn't share with you.
Is that the commercial that motivated you, that inspired you? Because you're a great dad.
Oh, thanks. No, I was a dad when that commercial came out. I was a young dad.
But you were a crappy dad before that, and then you saw the commercial. The total change.
I
All
should be
5
a
kids.
good
We
dad.
didn't know him before that commercial.
No, this was like early. But I had like just the 2 kids. I was horrible to them until I saw the commercial. Then I went to McDonald's every day and fattened them up. I was like, eat the fucking cheeseburger.
I'm a great dad.
You want to see what I do to a mouse?
And then I put him in the cheeseburger. I ate it.
No, but movies. I don't. I wrote about it in that movie I'm working on. But Good Will Hunting will always. That one scene is so powerful, and then also
It's not your fault, Don.
that scene's powerful, man. Yeah. And then also, but to me, the bench scene's the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When
but it doesn't make you cry though.
No,
it's a powerful scene, but it's not like that kind of
makes
scene.
me cry. The scene that makes me cry is it's not your fault for sure.
Yeah.
But also, like I'm trying to think because, like I said, there's quite a bit of them. Like, but The Color Purple makes me cry at the end. Yeah, and when she finally gets her justice, kinda when she puts a knife to him, raise a hand to me again.
That is a good movie.
Yeah, that was good. And then what else? There's a bunch of them, man. Like, I'm a sap, dude. So like I'm the guy when I take my kids to the movies and there's an emotional scene, they take me out of it. Cause I'll be watching the movie and then they all like I see all that.
Yeah, they all know. They're like, I'm not going to cry now, but Dad must be a mess.
So they all look at me and I.
That's cute though. I like that.
Yeah, and I'm like, don't. But it takes me out of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, and I'm like, thanks, you guys ruined my cry.
I just want to cry. It's okay to cry.
That's why I like watching really sad movies by myself, and then I'll just sit there and let it. Pour rain.
Do you do like the Oprah ugly cry where you're like?
You know what movie made me do that? All right, there's 2 movies where I cried straight through the credits. And I don't know,
wow.
Yeah, and the one was About Schmidt. You ever see About Schmidt with Jack Nicholson?
No.
So Jack Nicholson, it's like this coming of age movie of Jack Nicholson. So he's this older guy. He finally retires from work, and all he gets is this watch. And he put in like 40 years in this place, and now he's retired. And so he starts to go back and to discover himself. He wants to know the meaning of life. Why? Why did I just do this? Why does anything matter? So throughout this movie, he, those like the Sallie Field kids, hey, for a cup of coffee a day, So that's like a running gag throughout the whole movie. He keeps, the kid's name's Fufu, whatever. But he's also meeting. Kathy Bates is in it and plays like his love interest at some point. He goes and sees his kids he hasn't seen in a while. So there's all this coming of age stuff. But throughout it all, he's writing, "Dear Fufu, here's an extra $10 in your daily check. I hope this you find this you well and all." So he keeps sending these checks. It's like a running joke almost.
Okay.
So finally, it kind of ends in a weird way where he doesn't really get any answers. He just it doesn't work out with his kids. It's very realistic.
But you love the movie, even though it's like this like.
Oh, I love this movie. It's so
okay.
So then
I've never even heard of it. Now I want to see it. I wonder if it's on Netflix.
So then Kathy Bates didn't work out.
What about Schmidt?
Yeah.
About Schmidt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he gets home, and he hasn't been home in months because he's been on this journey. So all this mail, he opens up his door and all this mail is piled up. So then it cuts to him. He's going through the mail, opening up bills and shit. Finally, he gets to this one letter, and he opens it up, and it's, "Hello, Mr. Schmidt. My name is Sister Mary over at the church of this and that. We just want to thank you again for everything you've done for Nfufu." And she sends him all these pictures of everything that his money has done for him. And then he's looking at all these pictures, and she goes, you contribute so much. You put him through school. You did this, you did that, the other. So then all of a sudden he puts everything down, and then he breaks down crying. And then it goes to black, and that's the end of the movie.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, my God, it's so powerful. It's, to me, one of Nicholson's most powerful moments on screen. So all of a sudden, I'm sitting there just bawling, and then, like, the credits are rolling, and, like, just like...
Yeah.
And then I donated money, and I got my own little Nfufu.
There you go. Yeah, I
That's
love
where your
to see that
nickname
movie.
Fufu comes
You know,
from.
Jack Nicholson is, I think, I have a better appreciation from, I know we talked about like Kevin Pollak being on the show before, but like because he'd worked with him and, you know, what's that movie with Jack Nicholson?
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
And like I just have a better appreciation for Jack Nicholson, having like listening to Kevin Pollak just talk about like what an amazing actor he is to work with. He never doesn't know his lines. He's completely professional. Kevin said that they could do a scene 7 times and he does it exactly the same way every single time, nails it everry single time.
He's a pro.
You know, that's
he's
just
from
amazing.
Hoboken too. He's from Jersey.
Yeah.
He's a Jersey guy. Him and Danny DeVito came up together back in the day.
So what's yours?
You ever see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, I
classic.
think about that movie.
That's my favorite Nicholson movie, probably. You know, and About Schmidt's probably his best singular moment. That one and, you know, Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
His performance in that
Well,
movie.
he's in
sick.
Terms of Endearment, and like when I see
great
that
movie.
movie, because you know my mom died of cancer, and so that was like when I saw that movie, that was like definitely I can't even control myself. I'm just like when she's saying goodbye to her little kids,
Especially the one son who was
the
like.
one son
yeah,
Tommy, who's like so
combative.
yeah, and he's like, you know, she's like, I don't feel bad about me. I know you love me. I don't want you going through life for thinking that you never told me you loved me. I know you love me. And, you know, and he's like, you know, like she's so
That movie was freaking powerful.
beautiful.
And Nicholson was great, and as the astronaut and all that.
Yeah. That was a great movie. But like that whole scene, I was like, and you know what gets me too? Like a lot of comedies, like a lot of great comedies that can touch you in both ways, like, you know, the comedy portion and the sensitive portion. Like those are my favorite comedies.
Well, yeah, I'm saying like 50 First Dates.
Yeah,
That's
a
a good
great
movie.
example.
Yeah, I like that movie.
And The Wedding Singer, too.
When she opens up that book and she reads that book at the end and she's got like a kid up there.
Right, yeah.
Like I love that. That was so beautiful.
Yeah, and when the dad goes, she's singing the song again. And all that stuff, and you know, you start to like,
Yeah.
you know, the rom-com.
I love that stuff.
And she looks so good in that movie. That might be the best she's ever looked.
Yeah, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh my God, she looked good in that movie.
You okay over there?
Give me a minute.
Another one that I cried through the credits was oh man, It's a Wonderful It's a Wonderful Life. It's
Life is
Life is
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh, that. All right.
Yeah.
A Wonderful Life too. At the end,
I thought you were going with My Life with Michael Keaton. That's
Oh, yeah,
that's what
that's
I thought
good,
you
too.
were trying to. Yeah, that's a
beautiful.
man.
Life is Beautiful.
Life is beautiful.
That's a great movie.
What? It's so amazing.
Without the overdub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I read it. I read it.
Yeah.
I read, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you got to watch it.
What
Yes.
he did for his son.
Yeah.
He made it fun. He made the kid enjoy the whole Auschwitz.
Yeah.
But it was so sad that's one of those movies where I cry at the end because he, you know, man, what a hero he was to his kid, huh?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
When
Yeah.
his kid came out and then he got the tank.
Yeah.
And he's like, every time I watch an Italian dubbed movie like that, I always have to have pasta. It's like for like a week's. I'm just like,
You're just making up syllables.
I'm just making up
Tell
shit.
me the sword.
That's what New Yorkers do, right? Like we like even if you're not Italian,
Yeah,
you're
you
Italian
pretend.
when you order off the. Yeah, could I have spaghetti with the rago? Rago, rago. Can't you say ragoda? We don't say ragoda. It's rago. Okay, and you want mozzarella?
And your sister Cindy and my buddy
funny.
Joe Murphy, the two most Irish people I know, but like, you know, every time like a dog does something or a kid does something, they're oh!
She yells at them in Italian.
Hey, and then-
she was married to an Italian for like, I don't know, 40 years.
But she doesn't fool anybody.
It
Then
is
she'll yell
awful,
out,
yeah.
Baffanabla!
Yeah, it's awful. But
But
that's what's
Right,
so
but she-
that's what's so
like,
funny
she's
about
so,
it.
like,
'Cause she's so serious about it, but it's so wrong and bad that it's
phonetically correct. Baffanabla! Like she's teaching somebody how to say it. Baffanabla!
I don't even know what it means. Do you?
You really don't know what it means?
No.
Really?
You kidding?
Yes, I have no idea.
Oh, all right. We should ask her.
It means, shut up in your face. What's the matter, you?
Hey,
why
what's
you
the
looking
matter,
so sad?
man?
Hey, it's a
Not
nicer
so
place.
bad.
It's a not
It's a not so bad. It's a nicer place. Shut up in your face.
There you go.
Just
Very
like
good.
that.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
This was fun. We had Judy Gold today.
We
Yeah,
did have Judy
that was
Gold.
Came in.
cool.
She stayed for a while.
She
She
did.
was a nice
She was a
lady.
lot of fun.
She was awesome.
And I thought it was cool at the end. She's like, I could talk to you guys for hours.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love when people come in and they're a little apprehensive, and then then they're sad that they have to leave and go work.
I can't think of. God's honest truth. I can't think of anybody that. And there may have been, but I can't think of anybody
maybe
right
in the
now
hallway
where they walked out of here thinking, "Holy shit, that freaking sucked."
Yeah.
I really can't think.
Yeah,
of
because I think we're so comfortable at this by now that
Yeah.
like they're comfortable, and we don't ask like the silly normal questions that they have answered 15 million times.
That was a good conversation with her about that because that's one of my big things. You know, is about censorship and
Yep.
and freedom of speech and all that stuff. And you know, and you could see
I
how
take back the mouse remark. I feel bad.
what mouse remote? Oh, about deleting it. It's all right. I know you're a vegetarian and
Save the mouse.
and you want to save the animals, but you got to understand even if that animal had lived, he would be gone by now.
Because the mouse would have eaten
Because I
it.
was like 15 years old. Well, the mouse would have gotten him first.
The cat.
Yeah, the cat would have eaten the mouse if I had let it, and then even if I saved him, he bit me, and I still put him back in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
He was still destined for a really bad life.
Yeah.
It was never in the cards for him.
Living in Mikey's bedroom.
Because Mike was raising those mice to feed his snakes that were in.
Oh, really?
He had snakes
Oh,
and
that's not a good life.
Yeah, so they were eventually going to be food. So yeah, it was. I think I did the mouse a favor actually.
Heroic.
Trying to put a spin.
Thank you,
But,
Don.
yeah,
That should be your next script. The Man Who Saved the Mouse.
From a horrible existence.
It'd be a very short movie. You'd be like,
That's a bad way to go in a snake where you're just like slowly going down its body.
you ever
Ugh.
see a snake eat a mouse?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's very.
I've seen a snake eat like bigger animals too.
Yeah, like
It's
rats and
crazy.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, someone will come along and kill the snake, and then the animal just like runs back out.
Yeah,
You're
I've
like,
seen
wow,
that too.
how'd you survive
That's
that?
crazy stuff. But
All right.
yeah, I think
Should
that
we
was,
get
that
out
was
of
good.
here? We don't have to. We can hang if we want.
No,
Seems early, but
seems early, but I don't think anyone else is coming.
Yeah,
in.
there's only Olga and Amanda in the club. I think they may have actually already left. They were
wasabi. Thanks,
they were
Liz.
what?
Oh, wasabi. Yes, wasabi.
What's that?
The
It's
green
that
stuff
sauce that
that-
looks sweet, and it is not.
Now I'm on the keto diet, so I don't eat a lot of
Oh, wait, you have lost weight. Yeah.
carbs. Yeah, thank you. Because of that damn sleaze character, I'm like, fuck this. I saw myself in a video running around, my belly jiggling. I was like, yeah, man, it's time.
It was funny though, man. I loved the sleaze.
Well, I did a run last week.
Yeah.
That's why I tried FaceTime.
I know. I felt bad. I didn't see it till after the show was
It
over.
was right after the race. And I was like, oh, let me FaceTime Tony and, as the sleaze or whatever. And it was good. And, dude, now that I lost like 25 pounds, I ran around no problem. They actually had
really?
to stop me to not beat the kid because
Right.
I'm not looking behind me.
Right.
So I'm just running. I'm having fun with the audience and stuff. And then the PA guy comes out. He's like, hey, Sleaze, can I talk to you for a second? And starts interviewing me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so then the kid passed me and I played it off like,
Right.
but I felt great.
And even Bosie's lost weight because I was going to nominate him to replace you, but he's losing weight. We have to.
You
Saliani
weight.
lost weight.
Saliani lost weight.
Tony's
yeah.
lost like what?
Uh,
20?
I actually think it's more than that. No.
Yeah.
Who?
Around there.
You
It's
lost
around-
that-
I'm down to 183. I have not been 183 since junior high school.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, but I'm not happy.
No.
I'm
he's
miserable. I'm miserable because I'm not eating meat. I've had 2 steaks since the end of January.
What are you eating? You're gone
He's
vegetarian?
he's on a plant-based diet.
I'm eating vegetables and potatoes,
Oh my,
and
that's hard.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
that's what I'm saying. I physically feel lighter, but I don't feel like these people that go on the plant-based diet. I have so much energy. I feel young. I don't. That hasn't happened. I feel lighter. I don't feel bloated, but I don't feel like young again or this. And I miss my freaking burgers and steaks. I miss them. I'm mad.
Is this permanent?
I don't know. Ask her. I have no idea.
This is a permanent lifestyle change?
No.
How long have you been vegetarian?
A pretty long time. a pretty long time.
Do
I
you
mean,
eat
and I was
fish?
fine with what he ate, but then he he's going to the doctor, and they're like, "Oh, you're getting older. Look at all the things that are going
cholesterol,
on." Yeah, and then he goes,
My
well,
cholesterol actually, for most of my life, has been good.
Yeah.
No, she's talking about actually diabetes. There are some studies that say that meat is more of a cause to diabetes than sugar.
Oh, really?
And
Because the cholesterol globs up the
So-
area that allows,
Now, you've been a vegetarian for quite a while, but do you eat fish or eggs or anything like that?
You eat eggs?
Not anymore, no.
Not anymore. Just a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But-
just I was a pescatarian for a long time.
What's
which
a
is
pescatarian?
Just eating fish.
So you wouldn't eat steak. Like, you probably haven't had a steak or a hamburger in a while.
Probably 20 years,
Holy.
I guess.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking, for me, it's been 3
The
months.
longer you go, like the less you think about it.
Not
That's
true yet. Not
yeah,
for me.
It's for me. Well, here's my thing.
Like steak
I
used
am
to
a-
be like my favorite food, so I totally get it.
It's
I
still
love
mine.
steak too, but for me, my weakness is pizza. That's my crack, is pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've told us that.
See,
Yeah.
if you went on like a plant-based diet, you'd be able to have pizza, and you'd probably lose more weight and you'd be healthier.
Well, you could sell me on that one for sure if I could have pizza. But I haven't had pizza in 3 months.
Oh wow.
Because all
And
the
now
meat
the
that
cra-
you're
So
eating,
the cravings are dying off.
The cravings for pizza
like
have gone away.
Atkins,
Really?
Dr. Atkins,
Yeah.
when he died and they did an autopsy on him, he had major heart disease and everything was
Well, I'm not
clogged
eating,
up.
I don't
and
eat steak a lot. I don't eat beef. I eat mostly chicken. I eat mostly chicken, eggs, and cheese, and lots of salads.
Yeah.
I've eaten more lettuce
should
in the last few months than I think I'm in my
start
entire
to
life.
try to eat like more broccoli and stuff. Just
I
because
eat lots of broccoli.
like broccoli is like one of the because I love you and I keep you alive. Like broccoli is one of those things that covers so many different areas that you need in your body. Like
Right.
broccoli can save your life.
I've eaten a lot of it, and it has saved me. And what happened is, Friday, I'm Catholic, so we don't eat meat during Lent on Fridays. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I was home alone. Wendy was at a dance
Yeah.
beside her daughter, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to F it, man. I'm going to order pizza, mushroom pizza, like I always used to do in the old life. So
When I was happy.
I had the phone in my hand, and I'm like, and I knew that we had fish and we had broccoli. So my choices was I could cook myself fish and broccoli or
Yeah.
order pizza.
I know.
But I was scared because if you order pizza to be
If
delivered,
you order pizza once, you're off the diet after that.
Yeah.
Pizza is one of those foods that
it's my crack.
yeah.
If I have
like
a pie,
pizza will be one of those foods that like if you have it once, then you're off the diet.
if I have a pie in front of me,
Yeah.
it's going.
Right.
It's my crack. I will eat the entire.
Right.
Especially there's nobody there to stop me,
Right.
and nobody else to share it with.
Right.
It's just gonna be like. Then I'll get to like the 6. I'm like, fuck it, there's only 2 more left. I might as well.
I might as well.
And the next thing I know, I've eaten an entire pizza. So I
Yeah.
was like, all right, I don't want to fall off the wagon that hard. Like if Wendy was to come home and bring me a slice of mushroom pizza, maybe I would have done that. But for me to order a pizza to be delivered, I would have went nuts. So I think I made the right choice, even though I was fucking miserable. I'm still not
Right.
over it.
Right.
Today's Saturday. This was yesterday. I'm still mad that I
Right.
didn't. I'm like,
No, I get it.
I had broccoli. I had a big shitload of broccoli, a full bag of broccoli, and fish and cod.
Yep.
The cravings have not lessened for me. Every night I'm like, man, I'm going to get a thick burger and watch the game or something. Every day. It is not. Yeah, it hasn't decreased at all for me. So I'm freaking
But he
miserable.
looks so different. Like remember he used to have like these black circles under his eyes. They're like gone. Like and he's a lot healthier. He just is. So what are you what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
But what is it about? So what's wrong with the meat that's making him unhealthy?
Well, and that's just it. So that's how it kind of happened. Because I'm seriously not one of those like people that are like you have to eat what I eat. Like I'm not. Like I'll make Thanksgiving turkey. I don't care. Like put in your body what you want. I don't care. But when he started his like a couple of years ago he had like higher sugar levels. Not diabetes, but they were thinking they're like, all right, you're getting a little So
and the
what do you
sugar
think?
comes through from the meat.
No, but it comes through he was eating like a lot of candy bars, and so
Oh, yeah, that would do it.
So the doctor said if you like knock all this stuff
Yeah, so
off,
I knocked that stuff off.
and he did,
Yeah.
and they're like, fine, you're almost at like normal levels. Watch it, don't, but really, stay off the sugar. And then, so I was watching this one documentary, and I learned it completely different from. So I just thought diabetes was just sugar. So it turns out that the reason why your insulin is so high is because the stuff from the meat, like the cholesterol from the meat, clogs up the stuff that allows the insulin to come out. So it's actually more a meat issue than it is a sugar issue. And this blew my mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then it turns out that I checked it all out because I'm like, maybe it's just this weird crap documentary.
Right, yeah. So you fact checked it.
Yeah, and I in medical journals has been saying it forever. It's just doctors, people argue with doctors all the time, so they just don't tell you. So I had to go to him and be like, all right, I was like, you have to watch this documentary because I don't want to screw you up.
How many steaks were you eating? Were you eating a
He was
crazy
having
amount
a
of
burger
beef?
and a steak every day,
Well, or a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's beef every day.
6 days a week at least. Yeah.
Wow. So that's too much.
And the steak,
Totally worth it.
on Sunday, the
But I think
steak was
that I still think you could probably, because if you're not vegetarian because it's for the animals or any of that stuff, then maybe you could have a steak a day, a steak a week.
According to Sallie, the answer is no.
Yeah, and it's not me. I just totally researched it, that it doesn't change your outcome, because they kind of explain that maybe once a week, in moderation. Why not just do moderation?
I have a good steak maybe once a month.
How's your cholesterol?
It was good when a year ago or so I went and got, after my brother, I went and got completely checked out, and I'm fine.
Oh, good.
I eat mostly chicken. That's, if I can't eat chickens, and I love chickens.
I love chicken too.
And then I couldn't live. If I can't have chicken cutlets.
So pizza and chicken. Do you ever do chicken on pizza?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. I've done chicken on eggs and really let that species know
I had
who's
this
boss.
one pizza place. What's that? Say it again.
I had chicken on my chicken cutlet with an egg on top of it and let that whole species know who's boss. I'm eating you and your babies.
Well, my birthday's in 3 weeks, and I'm having a steak for my birthday.
Okay.
That's a goal. See, now you know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I allowed myself cheat days. So like I said, I've been on this thing since the beginning of the year pretty much. So I knew when the Super Bowl came, I told Wendy, I said, I'm cheating on the diet on the Super Bowl. When the Super Bowl came, I was like, now you know what? I don't want to cheat on there. Just give me some wings.
Yeah, good for you.
Absolutely. There's been several times I'm tempted, because sometimes I'll go to McDonald's and I'll just get fries. Right. But I'm ordering a cheeseburger for Zach or something. I'm like, maybe I'll just order one burger. It's so small. And I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, so that's half the battle right there is in the head, in your mind.
Or we're just pussies.
Well,
no, I think you want it. You want to see where this will go, health-wise.
I mean, how many people in their 50s aren't on some form of medication? And that's a big deal. I mean, because once you start this slippery slope of meds for this and meds for that, and cholesterol medicine, it never stops. And if you could help yourself through diet, try. And if you can't, you can't.
I want to see if has Jerry weighed in on this topic?
Oh, Jerry's been going nuts here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what. So,
but I'm truly not a pain in the ass about this stuff. I just think try.
So I'm trying to figure out what Jerry's take is on. So chicken and fish with omega-3 salmon. That sounds like a meal to me. That sounds pretty good.
He says the Catholic meat thing on Fridays was from the Italian Fishermen Union begging the Pope for one day of fish.
See, that's just it. And so, Don, a lot of the documentary portion was showing how it's not really healthy what they promote. It's just that's the biggest lobbyist. Big broccoli doesn't have a lot of money to help you with all the ways it's going to help you. But, big dairy does. And so on the food pyramid is still a glass of milk, which every doctor will tell you is the worst thing you can have.
Liz wants to know
I stopped drinking milk a long time ago.
Yeah, me too.
I only drink almond milk. It's so much better.
Liz wants to know, with the plant-based diet, do you have a problem with iron or B12 deficiency?
I don't.
I had a few years back I had a B12 issue, but Right?
No, you had a D because you never left your basement.
Oh, a D issue.
Yeah.
But I question that because I like going outside, and I think I was still working outside at the time.
I mean, I don't take a lot of supplements, but I do take B12 and vitamin D.
Jerry says men need meat protein, but less with age.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big steak guy. Even when I go to Qdoba or something like that, like Mexican food, I always get the chicken.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go with the steak, but I prefer chicken. But when I go to a steakhouse, that's when I like a nice juicy steak. And I go to a steakhouse with Wendy. We go to JR's. You ever go to JR's?
Yeah.
They got great deals there at that place. The daily deal, they give you everything for like, I don't know, $40.
I'm like one of those cartoons right now where I like those guys are stranded on the desert island.
look like a steak.
You look
I'm
like
picturing
a
you as a
hamburger
steak
and
right
a
now.
hot dog.
I will not be an enabler.
I'm gonna eat you.
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna team up with Sallie, and I'm not gonna enable you or take you to a steakhouse when she's not around at all, ever.
He's only saying
You,
that
like,
because you're
wanna
standing here. Yeah.
When Sallie can't come next Saturday.
Major's is right down the road.
Is it?
Major steak. Oh yeah, it's only like 5 minutes down the road.
Oh.
And Major's that's my favorite. Major steaks.
Well, that's where we'll go on your birthday.
Yeah.
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 As long, I just kind of think it's like even like being a vegan. Like sometimes I'm not gonna like not eat a cookie because I know that there's an egg in it. I just try. You just try to do the best that you can, and then at the end of the day, if you do the best that you can, do the best that you can, and that's it.
They're saying now if we eat right with the vitamin supplements and all these other things and the stuff they put in the food nowadays, that human beings are starting to have a trajectory of living to be 150.
Really?
Yeah.
So
if you eat a plant-based diet, it's really not that
means
crazy.
75 years old is middle age.
I just want to like live a healthy life for all the like whatever. Even if I die at 80, I just want it to be a healthy 80.
I know. I'm always geeking out with the music, but you look at Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr.
Yeah,
Paul
and they're
McCartney is
vegan.
turning 80 in June.
Ringo and Paul McCartney.
Those
are
guys are
vegan.
in much better shape than I've been in years.
Rock and roll's the fountain of youth, man.
Yeah,
Look at
and
Mick
John
Jagger.
Lennon, when he lost all that weight, in his like 20s and 30s, he became vegan.
Yeah, but McCartney and Starr both
Because that's
vegan.
all they ate was shrooms, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Carol Miner is watching.
Oh, hey, Carol Miner.
She says, "Hello, peeps." And Carol, we're about to leave, but Carol's gonna come in here on April 29th. I am
Nice.
so excited
Is
for
she
that.
a vegan or vegetarian?
Well, either
She
way,
lives
she's
in Texas, so probably not.
she's bringing her box, which I'm very excited about.
Oh,
Her box.
Her box.
I always like Carol's box.
Carol's got a great box because it's full
She
of
does.
it's full of Bucky Beaver's chocolate. So
I like the box that if it's nicely, like a landing
a
strip
well kept box
with beaver.
with delicious beaver inside of it. And you're not coming that day?
Is there a reason why?
I think
There might be like Cindy has a
I think-
pulmonology
I
appointment.
do
or
believe that's what it
something.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I know Cindy's got a pulmon. Well, I thought it was Eric Taglioni that I couldn't come for the Cindy's.
Oh, so maybe
thing.
you can make it here for
Maybe
Carol.
I can.
Oh,
What
all
day
right.
of the week is it?
It's a Friday.
Okay.
It's coming in on Friday, April 29th.
So what's in the box? Chocolates?
There's a place down in Texas called Bucky's.
Bucky's.
In fact, it was actually the timing was weird. Carol sent us a bunch of chocolates from Bucky's. And then that weekend, CBS has that Sunday morning show, which we love. They did a piece on Bucky's.
Oh, nice.
We never heard of it before. It's like a really, 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 really great 7-Eleven.
It's almost like an upscale 7-Eleven.
Wow, yeah.
And they have they have a gas station and they sell all sorts of different things and they have a restaurant inside.
Oh yeah, we have
Wawa.
There's Wawa, but in Georgia there's other ones too. I can't think of.
I
them all
do
now.
believe there's some Bucky's in that area now too. I think.
Yeah.
So the Reese's cup, like Reese's cup.
Yeah.
Remember when they used to be peanut butter and chocolate, and now it's like,
It's like
this
chalk.
Now it's like chalk. It's just like crumpled yellow stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
Bucky's makes it old school.
It's good milk chocolate and real thick, real peanut butter.
You make sounds while you're eating.
It is unbelievable. And there's also this other milk chocolate caramel thing. And Carol just put together this
And she's
care
bringing
package.
this stuff here.
I sure hope so.
Wow.
She has been nice enough to send us 2 packages so far,
Yeah,
full
I
of
think
Buc-ee's.
she's done enough for us.
Wow.
And well, I was going to mail it to her, but now that she's coming up, I'm going to give it to her when she gets here. I have stuff to give her to show my appreciation. Carol is the best. Carol and I were friends as kids, not terribly close, but we knew each other fairly well. But now I don't know what it is. Carol is like the nicest person to me.
She sounds awesome. Has a great box.
Yes, she does have a great box.
Man.
And I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Her husband will even be here.
Wow.
So I'm hoping
He's going to let us look at her box?
I'm hoping she will present her box to me while her husband is here. But it does get a little weird because her son is coming too.
Wow. Oh,
So
wow.
it's getting a
That
little
just got
weird.
A little weird. It's like
I hope she'll share her box.
I think I seen a movie like that earlier.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just cool, though. I think there's a lot of good stuff in the box.
I have a box for her son. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to show my appreciation. I have stuff for him.
Very nice. Very nice.
Which really took a weird turn.
I'm not showing my box.
You're not?
No.
You won't? No?
I
That would
think,
be.
is that mandatory at this point? Everyone's
I
going to show
think,
their box?
yeah. You and Carol's like really dying to meet you, and it would
met
mean
her?
a lot to
Have
me.
I not met her? I didn't meet her
Actually,
at your
you guys
reunion.
have met. Yes, you have met.
Yeah, because
But
she's like my height.
It would mean a lot to me if you guys could, check out each other's boxes.
No.
And
No.
enjoy the Bucky Beaver. I can't believe I missed an evening show. Can't wait to see you all. See you guys, says Carol. Are you there? Are you here April 23rd for Eric Taglioni? Are we here that night? I think we are. You're not,
I will
right?
not be here. That's the last game of the season for the New York Riptide lacrosse team.
Is that a Saturday or a Friday?
That's a Saturday. So yeah, we should be here for Eric because we love him. Yeah,
What?
that's a
I
Saturday.
keep getting this text that says your bill is paid in March.
We're all getting those. Yeah, I've been getting it too.
Donnie, you getting them?
What?
A free message that says your bill is paid in March.
Thanks. Here's a little gift for you.
I wouldn't trust that.
I've gotten them like all
I know
day
what
long.
happened before. Was Cindy trying to respond to that and you stopped her? Is that what happened there?
She told me about it. I'm like, I just delete them, and she didn't know how to delete it, so I.
But I thought she wrote a response back.
I don't know.
Yeah, April 23rd is a Saturday. Yeah, we're going to be here. Unfortunately, Don won't be here, but we'll be here for Eric Tartaglione. He'll definitely come in.
The 23rd.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Liz says the box is for STD. All right. So yeah, we'll be here. I think that'll be the next time we're here. We're not going to be here next week. It's Easter and it's also my mother's birthday next week.
Oh, very nice. Happy birthday.
Yep. And then so then we'll be back for the 23rd, and we're not here for the Saturday after that because then it's your birthday.
Right.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that time
April
of year.
30th.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, anybody watching right now, before you rewind it, and if you had missed it, and see our interview with Judy Gold.
She was fantastic. And of course, we'll either Don or me will isolate it and edit it and put it out as its own clip in a couple of days. Also April 23rd, that's the night Jim Florentine is here. So maybe then I'll be able to talk to him.
Yeah, and if you want me to do that other thing.
Yeah, I'll definitely let him know. Yeah, Don offered. I talked about it yesterday. I'll mention it real quick. Scheduled Jim Florentine to be on our weekday show on April 21st. I stupidly booked that day, forgetting that I'm not even going to be here that day. So I booked that night with him, that show with him. I couldn't believe how easy and quick he booked it with me. And then I had to email him back and say, look, I can't do it that day. And now I'm not hearing back from him. So I'm like, fuck, I pissed off
hates
Jim
you.
Florentine. But he's playing the club. So Eric Tartaglione and Jim Florentine.
I would
that night.
wait
That's
till
a good night.
the best time to contact comics are Mondays and Tuesdays because they're just too busy.
Yeah, that's true. So Don said, keep the 21st at 11 a.m. booked. He goes, and I'll do it. And then we'll post it at some point. So I was like, yeah, that's a good
immediately
idea.
afterwards. You can put this way. We save face or whatever, and it still gets done at the same time.
We still get to promote him coming here
Right,
to Governors. So I'll try to make that work then. All right, so we're good.
Yep.
All right, I gotta pee.
Okay.
All right, thank you, man.
Peace.
So we'll see you in here again May sometime.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think. I think I had something May, the first week of May too. But But yeah, it's the next couple weeks I'm gonna be doing the New York Riptide, which is the lacrosse team at Nassau Coliseum. So I'll be doing that.
So that's what are the dates then? The 23rd and what else?
Next week and the week after, and then the week after that I'm going to Cleveland with my son to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all
That's
that
cool.
stuff.
Oh, fun.
And then I think there's something that week after that, and then I know later in May I'm going to North Carolina to see my second granddaughter. So
Oh,
I'll
nice.
see both my granddaughters. But
Nice.
Will that be the first time you see her?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's my older granddaughter Emma's birthday. So I'm bringing my two girls that are in New York with me. We're gonna meet. I'll have all 5 of my kids together. And my grandkids.
Nice.
So
Oh, good for you, man.
so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, really? So they do have a Riptide game next week?
Yes.
Easter weekend?
Well, it's on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they didn't. And then next week, and then the week after, the 23rd, and
Right.
then that's it.
Okay.
So.
All right. All right. So we'll see you guys Monday at 11 a.m. Don't forget, on the Knock 'em Dead Comedy Show on Monday, we have Glenn.
Fry.
Sure. Glenn, I think it's Goldman. Glenn Goldman. He is the guitar player and singer in a tribute band called Classic Clapton. And he's bringing his guitar and he's going to play.
Nice.
We don't know this man, so we have no idea how it's going to go, but it should be fun.
Yeah, sure.
That's Monday. And then I'm sure we have other people next week. I forget who, but
he has to go pee-pees.
Knock 'em dead. And then, of course, Conversations on Wednesday.
Conversations this week. We have, if you're a rap fan of hip hop, old school classic hip hop, we got K Solo. He was with EPMD and all them, and part of the Hit Squad. He's making a movie about the Hit Squad, so we talk about the movie. It's a really cool interview. He tells all kind of stuff. And then the week after that, we got Bill Jordan, who was a radio personality back in Raleigh, North Carolina. He wrote a book. We talk about that book, a very good book. I'll tell you more about that when I know you don't have to pee. And then then we have JB Craze Billings, James Craze Billings, another guy from back in the neighborhood who's a filmmaker and documentarian. And that's a really good conversation. Talk about like positive vibes, guys that get it, guys that know how to succeed in life.
Nice.
Guys like James Billings, guys like Bill Jordan, guys like K Solo. So check out those in the next 3 weeks, and I got way more shit happening. So it's good times.
Real quick, Carol. Yeah, go. Once the replay is on, Judy Gold came in pretty early on in the show, so
Yeah, it's a good interview.
yeah, because she's upset she missed Judy Gold. So yeah, it'll be on the replay on YouTube. You can watch it anytime. Judy Gold came in pretty early, so you'll be able to find it. Thank you, guys. Sallie and I will see you Monday morning. Thank you, pal. We'll see you Wednesday.
Yes, indeed.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. We'll see you later.
Peace, everybody.
Yeah.